Matt, let's go ahead and preview Colorado versus Oklahoma State and discuss this matchup. So Colorado takes on Oklahoma State on Friday. Mike Gundy's come to a press conference and discussed this matchup, and we have a lot to discuss on Mike Gundy. Mike Gundy is an interesting character, but I want to get Mike Gundy's comments on how Oklahoma State must have success against Colorado, and then Matt's response to this. Take a look.
To have more success on defense against
well, you got to control him, the quarterback. You got to know where Travis Hunter is, and you've got to somehow get your hands on him and make him move his feet and not let him get comfortable, because he's a really good player, and his improvement over 3 years has been pretty impressive. Obviously, he's very talented, very athletic, and competitive, but his ability to improve each year from, 3 years ago has been pretty impressive. But you got to be aware of him, and you have to know where Travis Hunter is. And then offensively, we need to rush the ball for 4.5 a carry or more, and we have to be able to use our play action passing game to get big plays.
Matt, what are your thoughts on Mike Gundy's comments on that? 4.5 yards a carry.
He's not wrong. That's what they're going to need to do to win. I mean, you've got to control the line of scrimmage. If they can get 4.5 yards a carry, we're in trouble. Ollie Gordon is a hell of a back there. I know they're a bad football team, but he's a hell of a player. Mm-hmm. Look, he's not wrong. Everything he just said is how you beat Colorado. You're aware of Shador. You find out where Travis Hunter is. They're going to get theirs. And then you try and get big plays and run the ball down their throat. And if they can do that, they'll win. And if they can't, then they won't. And they're a bad football team. But they don't have bad football players. I think it's a leadership thing. Like, I don't know if Gundy's a good coach anymore for them. I'm sure he's a good coach. And I don't really care what anybody thinks about him outside of what I think. I like Coach Dickey, their O-line coach, a lot. We've had a good experience and good relationship with Oklahoma State with the 15 years that I've been doing this. So they fell on hard times this year. They went from a team that was nationally ranked in the top, I think, 15 to start the season, to being 0 and potentially 9 in conference. We're going to talk about the 9 conference game thing here too today.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think that he's not wrong in anything he said. I mean, if they can run the ball for 4.5 carry and hit play action, they'll score, and it'll turn into a shootout, which is not what we want on the Friday after Thanksgiving. So this is a game that I really hope the Buffalo country isn't just sitting back and being like, "Oh, we've got this, we got it all figured out." So it's a good big football game, and it's one that at the beginning of the year I thought would be for a lot more significance. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's important that we go out and handle business against Oklahoma State, another Big 8 conference foe. They're an old school Big 8 team. So
yeah, absolutely. This is a big get-back game for Colorado's defense, especially in the run game. I mean, Mike Gundy just said in order for them to win, they need to average 4.5 yards a carry on the ground. If I'm Colorado's defense, I hear that, and I'm like, that's motivation. I'm like, we're not about to give up 4.5 yards a carry to these cats. Not at all. So I think for this game,
they just got pummeled for 6 yards a carry last week. So if they're listening to what Mike Gundy's saying instead of focusing on what just happened and how to get better from it, then we will give up 4.5 yards a carry.
Well, that's my point, though, Matt. Like I'm saying, they're going to turn around and not allow that shit to happen a second week in a row. Because, considering Utah, they gave up, 30 yards and 1 yard a carry. So Colorado's defense, big get-back game for this week. Another thing Mike Gundy was asked about at a press conference, he was asked about Colorado's, they have a lot of NFL or ex-NFL coaches and former NFL players as coaches, and he was asked about the NFL imprint at Colorado, and here was his answer. Take a listen.
When you look at them on tape, they have an former NFL head coach as their offensive coordinator. They got a former NFL assistant as their defensive coordinator. Do you see the NFL imprint on them when you watch them?
Traditional spread college system on offense, spread them out and chase. If you get to him, you're going to chase him around, and he's good at making plays. And defensively, playing too deep, playing cover one, playing 4 down, play the 3 technique to the back. I mean, traditional college.
Matt, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't see how this is like news. Like, yeah, it is traditional college spread. They don't run the football. They don't have a fullback on the field. They don't go under center. I don't know if this offense translates to the NFL at all, other than Shedeur can really play and lace the ball. He's going to have to learn how to play the professional system when he gets there, whichever system he goes to. But he's not going to be in the shotgun every play. That's for goddamn sure. The defensive thing, I mean, Gundy seems like he's really checked out, bro. Gundy seems like he's just kind of up there answering questions and like, can we just get this over with so I can go fucking on vacation or get fired or whatever's going to happen in Stillwater. So Gundy seems real checked out, but he's not wrong. It's a college system right now that they're absolutely dominating. When Shedeur gets to the NFL, he's going to have to learn how to play under the center and do the things that they ask him to do in the NFL, which I'm sure he won't have a problem with. So,
no doubt. And let me ask you, from Colorado's run game in this game, what do you expect to see? I mean, obviously, having the ball for 19 minutes, it's going to be very hard to establish a run game, especially when you're down that many points. What do you look to see from Colorado's run game this game, and do you expect them to establish it more this week?
No, I don't. I don't expect them to go out and try and just run the football. Not in Shedeur's last home game. I think Shedeur's going to fucking go back there and lace the ball all day. I think that's going to be the game plan. So, it's this is not the same game as last week. Kansas is a good football team that had some bad breaks and lost a lot of games close. Oklahoma State is a bad football team that's just getting shit stomped every week. They've had a couple games that they could have won, but man, they are really struggling. So yeah, I'm sure everybody on that team, including the coaches, from what I can gauge from Gundy, are like 1, 2, 3 Cancun at this point. Holy shit. So, I hope that the players and the coaches are not listening to what they're saying, because it's impossible not to listen to them and go, holy fuck, these guys are checked out. But again, this is about CU. It's not about Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State's season's been over. Colorado's season is very much alive. So if you want to try and sneak into the Big 12 title game, you need to go take care of business. I don't really care how they do it. The regular season's over in 60 minutes. So I don't care how they do the winning on Saturday. All I care about is winning. So if that means Shedeur has to go throw for 500 yards, that would be awesome. That would be a great exit from Folsom, and just keep feeding Travis so there's no question that he's the Heisman winner. Hopefully he can get a pick 6 or something like that. That'd be pretty fucking cool. So there's a ton of recruits there. From a recruiting standpoint, I mean, Nick's been on God knows how many recruiting trips up there. Tell everybody about what it's like to be a recruit of Coach Prime's up there while you're on a visit with all those big time players all over the country. And you've been to Utah, you've been to Nebraska, you've been to Colorado. A lot of love from Oklahoma and Alabama and places like that. Talk about what recruiting trips have been like all over the country.
They've been really cool. Go in, hang out for a bit, just chill, and then eat and get a tour of the facilities, walk around, meet the coaches, meet a bunch of people, and then just go on the field and watch the team warm up. Then go up to the seats, watch the game, and it's overall just really cool.
They don't call him the best color man in the business for nothing there, boys. I mean, tell you.
Absolutely.
One descriptive 14-year-old.
Yep.
Absolutely. And man, one thing to talk about Oklahoma State a little bit more. Ollie Gordon, Colorado's got to really shut him down. Ollie Gordon really hasn't been the running back we expected him to be this season. I mean, I heard people in the beginning of the season, similar to Jalen Daniels, talking about Ollie Gordon as a possible Heisman candidate. And so looking at it this season, I think with Colorado, I mean, he hasn't done nothing the whole season, but we saw what Devin Neal did last week. So Colorado's defensive line got to respond this week, like I just discussed. Last thing I'm going to show, as we discuss Oklahoma State before we get out of here, Mike Gundy on Coach Prime. I'm going to play this. I'm curious on your comments on this. Mike Gundy on his interactions with Coach Prime. Take a listen.
What's your interaction been like with Dion?
We visited several times in Phoenix, and that was it. You know me, I don't have very many friends. And Dion's busy making money in commercials. I'm guessing he doesn't have any time. He doesn't have any time to talk to me. But we had good conversation out there. In the meetings we were in, he had for being new, he good input and sat there and paid attention. And I mean, you don't get to where he is by not being pretty smart. So haven't had a lot.
Nah, I'm gonna leave it at that. He's an interesting cat, man.
I mean, again, Gundy's checked out.
It's like throw the water bottle.
I don't even know. He doesn't have any friends, and Dion doesn't have time to have friends, and that's cool, I guess. Here, note to self moving forward: let's never talk about Mike Gundy again. He's boring as shit. This guy sucks.
He's
he has no friends, no time, just up there.
I want to know what happened with the
water
cow.
bottle. He wants out. He does not want to be there anymore. This guy fucking wants to get fired quick.
I want to know what happened with the cow.
Well, he got hit in the head and it fucking fucked him up.
Do you actually think that happened though?
No, he probably got hit in the head by like one of his interns or something.
JB said he got his ass beat at a bar.
I think maybe that's true too. I don't know. Fuck, man. I don't know what happens in Stillwater.
That's the cow story with Mike Gundy. We never really got an update. I don't think we ever really got a good picture of what his eye looked like. I don't know. We'll leave it at that. But Colorado versus Oklahoma State is going to be on Friday. I can't wait to discuss this matchup more tomorrow before we take this rest of this week off.